Be me, 27, software developer. Live alone in a mid-tier apartment. Decent salary, no debt, no drama. Been single for 2 years by choice. Not bitter, just tired of the effort. Last relationship ended because she said I was not ambitious enough. She wanted a man who chases things. I stopped chasing things. Coworker keeps saying the dating market is broken. Blames women. I just nod. I have no strong feelings about it anymore. One Thursday morning. Take the commuter bus to office. Bus is packed as usual. Find a spot near the middle. Woman boards at the next stop. Mid-20s, office clothes, headphones on. Scans the bus for a seat. There are none. She stands near the pole. Nobody offers a seat. 4 guys nearby, all on their phones. I am also on my phone. I think about it for a second, then go back to reading. Not my responsibility. She is a capable adult. 3 stops later, an old man boards. I stand immediately. Offer him my seat. He thanks me and sits. The woman watches this happen. She has a look I cannot quite read. Something between offended and confused. Few minutes pass. She leans slightly toward me. Says quietly, "You gave him your seat but not me." I look at her. He is elderly. "You look healthy?" She blinks. It is also polite to offer women seats. Common courtesy. I keep my voice even. That is a very old tradition. I thought women did not want to be treated differently. She opens her mouth, closes it, opens it again. That is not the same thing. Chivalry is different from inequality, I nod slowly. Sure. But who decides which parts of tradition to keep? And who gets to skip the uncomfortable ones? She looks frustrated, not angry, just genuinely caught off guard. Guy nearby snorts quietly, pretends he did not. She shifts her weight. I just think basic kindness should apply to everyone. Regardless of gender, agreed? Which is why I gave the old man my seat. He needed it more. Long pause. She puts her headphones back on. Says nothing else. Bus reaches my stop. I get off. Do not look back. At the office, I sit at my desk. Open my laptop. Think about the conversation for maybe 30 seconds. Then get to work. Around lunch, my coworker Marcus walks over. Bro, did something happen on the bus? Someone posted about it. He shows me his phone, local community forum. A woman posted a thread. A man on the bus today refused to give up his seat for me. When I confronted him, he lectured me about feminism. Men are becoming impossible. 240 replies. I read a few. Half are agreeing with her, half are arguing against her. A dozen are somehow arguing about something completely unrelated. Marcus is grinning. Was that you? Probably. What did you actually say? I repeat the exchange as close to word for word as I can remember. Marcus leans back. So you gave the old man a seat? Yes. And argued philosophy with a stranger on a bus? I would not call it arguing, he shrugs. The internet calls it arguing. I eat my lunch and read the thread more carefully. Interesting split in the replies. The women who defend her say basic courtesy should always be extended to women. The women who push back say infantilizing women is not courtesy. The men who defend her say it is just being a decent person. The men who push back say decent people offer seats based on need. Nobody is entirely wrong. Nobody is entirely right. I close the app. Afternoon passes normally. 3 meetings, 1 code review, a minor bug fix. Nothing unusual. On the way home, I take the same bus line. Different time, different crowd. Quieter. I get a seat this time. At the next stop, a young woman boards. She is carrying 2 heavy grocery bags. The bags look genuinely difficult to manage. She is scanning for a spot. I stand up. Take this one. She looks surprised. Oh, thank you. Are you sure? Yes, you have a lot to carry. She sits. We do not talk. I hold the overhead rail and look out the window. This feels right. Not because she is a woman, because she needed the space more than I did. That feels like the actual principle. Get home. Make dinner. Check the forum thread out of mild curiosity. It now has 500 replies. Someone brought up birth rates. Someone else mentioned the Roman Empire. I close the app again. Next morning at the office. A woman from a different team stops by my desk. I have maybe spoken to her twice before. Her name is Priya. Were you on the downtown bus yesterday morning? I look up from my screen. Probably she smiles a little. I saw the post, and I saw you on the bus. I was sitting 2 rows back. Right, you were pretty calm about it. I was not trying to make a point. I just said what I thought. She tilts her head. Most guys either would have just ignored her, or gotten defensive and loud. Neither of those seemed useful. She nods slowly. The thing is, she was not entirely wrong either. There is something to the idea that small courtesies matter, sure. I just think the courtesies should track need, not gender. But need is not always visible. She might have had a bad day, might have been exhausted. True. But so might the guy sitting next to her who also did not offer. Why was I the one she chose to confront? Priya is quiet for a moment, probably because you gave the old man a seat. So she knew you were capable of it, and felt like she was being assessed and found lesser. That is actually a fair point. I had not thought about it that way. Okay, that tracks. She seemed slightly surprised that I agreed. Most people dig in. Most people are trying to win. I am trying to understand what actually happened. She leans against the partition. What do you think actually happened? I think about it. I think she grew up being told chivalry is respect, and also grew up being told women do not need special treatment. And those two things have never been resolved for a lot of people, including her, including probably most people on that bus. Priya looks at me for a second. That is a weirdly thoughtful take for a random bus argument. I had a long evening. She laughs a little. The real kind, not the polite kind. For what it is worth, I think you handled it fine. For what it is worth, I think she had a point too. Just not the one she thought she was making. Priya heads back to her desk. I get back to work. 2 days later, the forum post has faded. New drama has replaced it. Something about a parking spot dispute. Life moves fast online. Marcus stops by again at end of the week. You know that post got screenshotted? It is on 3 different subreddits now. Are people still arguing always about the same things? Different subreddits, same arguments. It is basically the same 100 people rotating through different platforms. I find that grimly funny. What are they arguing about now? Whether men have lost the instinct to protect women, versus whether women should want to be protected, versus whether protection is even a useful framework. That is a genuine philosophical disagreement. It will not resolve on Reddit. Marcus shrugs. Does not have to resolve. It just has to be engaging. He has a point. I think about the structure of the original exchange. 1 woman, 1 man, 1 bus. 1 small moment of friction. Nobody was cruel. Nobody was irrational. Just 2 people with incompatible inherited assumptions, bumping into each other at 7:45 in the morning. That happens 1,000 times a day in every city. Most of the time nobody posts about it. This time someone did. And 500 people found something to argue about, which means 500 people recognize something real in it. Even if they all drew different conclusions, I find that kind of reassuring actually. The arguing means the question still matters to people. Friday afternoon, packing up to leave. Priya walks past. Have a good weekend? Try not to start any more gender wars on public transit. No promises. She laughs again, the real kind again. I walk to the bus stop, same route home. Bus arrives, crowded again. I find a spot near the back. At the 3rd stop, an older woman boards. Maybe 60, moving slowly, 1 hand on the rail, looking for a seat. I stand. Here. She smiles. Thank you, young man. People do not always do that anymore. I try to when I can. She sits. I hold the rail. Nobody on the bus notices. Nobody posts about it. That is fine. I am not doing it for the thread. Get home. Make tea. Sit by the window. Think about nothing in particular. The city does what it always does. Moves around, argues, forgets, repeats. I finish my tea. Tomorrow is Saturday. No bus required. I intend to sleep until 9. End.